We spoiling Severance? Yeah, we can talk about Severance now. Warning to anyone that hasn't watched the finale or hasn't caught up on Severance, we can talk about it. I said we would. This is the spoiler warning. This is a spoiler warning. When I do this with my hands again, that's how you know that spoilers are done now, though. But for now, about to start spoilers. Okay, let's get into it. I thought the finale slapped. I thought the finale was so good. When they finally revealed what the numbers meant, I immediately, like, it made so much sense. I was kind of upset at myself for not thinking that. Because, like, that's the only thing that would make sense for the numbers. I thought that was very clever. And we got to see more Milchick dance performances. It's exactly what I wanted from the finale. And it really felt like we had another huge moment with a huge change, which is great. So it didn't feel like it was just a cliffhanger for cliffhanger's sake. Yep, the Drummond death I thought was so good. I thought that was so good. I will say, though, one complaint I have about that is I feel like they knew they wanted to kill him. They didn't know how. So the way that it happens with him, like, punching Mark, I thought was kind of silly. Like, it feels in line with, like, Drummond and what we've seen from him. But, like, Mark was leaving. Like, I feel like he gambled on his own ability to kill someone with his own hands. You know what I mean? Like, he took an unnecessary risk. Mark completed it. They had no use for him anymore. Yeah, but even still, like, I feel like Drummond is not a fighter. That man is built like a bowling ball. And we have never seen him do anything, like, imposing physically other than just be a big guy. So I feel like it's just a little weird for him to get him with the one of these and then try and, like, take him down with a fucking choke. He mogs Milchick on the daily. Milchick is ripped. Drummond could def kill someone with his bare hands. I guess. I don't know. I guess I just wouldn't really expect him to try that. I feel like he would have just, I don't know, either let him walk away or just instantly pop him. Like with a gun or some shit. Mark making new innies for his wife each time he completed a file was wild. I thought that was amazing, yeah. I thought that was really clever. Reintegration put a damper on the season. I disagree. Reintegration was introduced in Season 1. I feel like everyone should have expected it to play a big role, and I thought it was handled really well. Can't wait for people to complain about any Mark going back, even though it's 100% in character. I thought that was really good. Yeah, I thought that was a very smart decision. That feels like exactly what any Mark would do. Made sense, felt earned, felt like we built up to that, it was established, and man, does it make it hard to wait for Season 3. Now the real question was that Helly R at the end. I think it was Helly. I'm pretty confident it was Helly. But Helly wanted him to leave. Yeah, but the thing is, she knew him leaving means the end of pretty much all of it, and I feel like she doesn't want to die either. Especially not without, like, a real solid goodbye to Mark. The shot when the alarm come on and her look at Gemma was super sus, though. Yeah. I don't know. It could be. It could be. But I just feel like they wouldn't pull the same move twice. The show has done a great job at not just repeating things. I really don't think they would do that. Because I don't think they needed to either. It works whether or not it's innie or outie there. Can you explain why this happened to Mark's wife specifically? So that's what I'm still trying to figure out. I'll give you what my theory was, because I think my theory can still very much be intact. I think we still haven't fully explored the ultimate goal of Lumen, and I think it ties back into what Dylan took, that card, and the card that started the whole thing in the first place with Gemma, which was the this pose card, and then she mentioned that it was ego death. So my theory is what Lumen ultimately wants is through all of this severance testing and using Gemma as the, I guess, baseline with Gemma and Mark, to map out all of the tempers to eventually come to a point where they've got this ability to completely kill off the outie, so you only have, like, the innie left. So they could basically just have, like, unlimited workforce of people that only know work. So they wouldn't know anything else, would be my guess. They were scouting for people at the clinic. She matched what they were looking for. Exactly. And I think that's, I really think that is the most crucial component of every little piece of information we've been drip fed. I think that card is the single biggest piece. Ego death. That feels so in line with what that company would ultimately want. So then it's all a matter of thinking about it that way, everything they do to get to that point to fully be able to utilize that idea and explore that. If they can overcome maternal instincts, they have it. It's the strongest thing they can test against. Yeah, that's why it was the final one. I feel like that's 100% right. Do you think the father was being literal, saying that Egan was in his daughter? I don't think so. It's very clearly, cultish, so I think it was more of a metaphorical sense. I don't know, Bird. I still think it was probably Innie. It's hard to say for sure, but I really think it was Innie. I think it was Helly. So you don't think any supernatural elements exist? I don't. I think if they try and do something supernatural, for me personally, that would take a little wind out of its sails. I think that'd be kind of a cop-out. Because you could easily put, and then this magic thing is actually what's going on here. I like the idea more that it's all so grounded in reality and, technology, as opposed to being something like mysticism. I'd be pretty disappointed if it actually was no, Kier really is this spirit that can come in and out of us. We have to meet Kier in the great beyond. That'd make me a little disappointed. Do you think Jaime Egan is willing to kill off Helena so Helena can live on permanently? No, probably not. What are the other innies refining, though? Aren't there severed floors across the country? See, that's what I started wondering, too. I don't know. Because you can extrapolate based on what we know about Mark and Gemma that they're also doing, a beloved counterpart in some way. But then you'd ask, why is Gemma the most important one? They're not all refiners. Well, what he's saying is there's other Severance macro data refiners. Remember, they even recruited from outside of the company at the start of Season 2. They were also refiners. So, they do this elsewhere. But Gemma is by far the most important for some reason. Which I am assuming ties back to that card. Kier gonna be the final boss, mark my words, on some founding Titan timing. Oh! My theory for next season is the Severed Floor will unionize and treat it as their base with Milchik as a hostage. I don't think so. I feel confident in saying Season 3 won't start the same way Season 2 did, in the fact that they're back at work. But I also don't know how the fuck they pick it up from Season 3 where it is. In the book, they cause a terrorist attack after finishing a file. They use the innies with no emotion for those. What book? Is Severance based on a book? Most people saying it's not based on a book, so I'm guessing that's just not right.